Hello and welcome to another video about Cardano. Today we're going to take a look at the latest price updates. We're going to go to a technical analysis and take a look at the chart, latest prices, and also Bitcoin development, which has an influence on the Cardano price. And I'm going to discuss if I believe that we are going to head to the $2 or even beyond in a very short period of time. By the way, this is not financial advice, nothing in this video, please. It's all entertainment purposes only. I'm only sharing my own opinion here, so please always do your own research before investing. By the way, this website here is called Fiat League. I really like it. It's completely free and I just want to show it to you because it will be quite interesting to see. As soon as ADA will hit an all-time high, there will be an earthquake. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I'd love to do a live stream when that happens, but I'm sure I'll probably miss that, but it would be quite funny to do that. So Fiat League, you can check the website out. It shows whenever anywhere in the world fiat money is exchanged for a cryptocurrency, so in this case ADA, and you can see where that actually happens. So quite interesting actually. But that just as a side note. We are going to take a look at prices first, general overview as I most oftentimes do. Today, everything again looking positive. I'm sure we're all happy that our portfolios hopefully are in the green as well. And most cryptocurrencies, yeah, going up. Ethereum as well, which is as well important for Cardano and can predict price moves in the future, as we've shown already in the videos that normally Ethereum is a little bit ahead of Cardano. Bitcoin first, then Ethereum normally, and then Cardano. That normally happens, and Cardano obviously again winner of the day, 20%, fantastic. And let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin price first, just a very brief look. Yesterday we had that red candle here, we're testing a resistance level, but today again in the green. I said yesterday, there was a video I did, that today Bitcoin could see a small explosion based on the inflation data that was released today in the United States. And two things about that. First thing is, it didn't see an explosion, and the reason for that is that the inflation data was high, but it was still lower than expected. That is why I believe there was no explosion. However, and I actually observed that after the inflation data was released, we saw Bitcoin go over 46,000 again. So I don't know if it was related, probably not. But still an interesting observation. Had the inflation data been much higher than expected, which I expected personally, then we could have seen a further upside, I believe, because people with these news coming up and the latest news about cryptocurrencies in the United States, where it was getting more popular, I believe people would go more often now in cryptocurrencies, as they are scared that their fiat currencies are losing in value. But now let's go to the most important stuff, which is Cardano. And I want to show you why I believe that we can see prices of up to $2 in the very near future. I don't believe that we will go beyond the $2 without a correction. Don't get me wrong, I think in the next few weeks we could see new all-time highs, but I think that before we reach $2 there will be a consolidation. And there are a few reasons for that. First of all, let's take a look at this chart here, and I showed you that I think the first time yesterday, and I showed you, no, or 2 days ago, and I think I showed it to you when we were here, before that peak happened. So the orange line here is the Ethereum chart, and the bars here, the bar chart basically, that is Cardano. And we can see that in the last two major upswings, this one here, which led us to the all-time high, and the current one, Cardano was lagging a little bit behind. Now this time what's a bit special is that when this new bull run started, Cardano was just, the price move was slower than Ethereum's. And I said, and it was really, I think it was an hour before that first bar appeared, I said that Cardano has a lot to catch up, and that I believe that there will be another rally in the next few weeks so that Cardano can catch up to Ethereum, right? And that seems to be happening. And I don't believe that we will get beyond the Ethereum level, right? So I don't believe we will, at least not without a consolidation. I mean, don't get me wrong, I believe Ethereum will go up in price as well, but I think Ethereum has already seen its major upswing, its major upswing because of the London hard fork. I think it will go up further, also to new heights this year, new all-time highs, but I think in the very short term, this will be a level where we will bounce off. And as it happens, you know, this level here, the Ethereum peak at the moment, this pretty much sits where we would see the $2 for Cardano. So that is my first reason why I believe that we will see a rejection at $2, at least initially, because, you know, I believe we will get to $5 this year, 450 to 5. That was my conservative suggestion in previous videos. This is an all-time high, 2x from the previous all-time high. Then I did a video and speculated that realistically, or let's say from an optimistic point of view, we could even reach $30. And I showed you that, and I explained that with, in the last bull run 2018, looking at the ratio between ADA and Bitcoin. And if we just assume the same ratio this time, we could get up to $30. But that just as a side note. But I still stick with 4.5 to 5 this year. And if it's higher, which could happen, especially in a phase of optimism, then of course I'll be very happy. But still, it doesn't change anything about the fact that I will just continue to hold and accumulate my ADA, because I believe in 5 years this will just go, you know, we will be at the moon, and we'll look back and we will never see these prices again. But let's just say, okay, $2, this is an important mark here just because of that. But let's take a look at the other indicators and oscillators here. Let's take a look at the daily Cardano chart first. And today, just before or in my lunch break, I did a video where I said that hopefully this evening we'll see each other at prices between this resistance level that I showed you back then, 180, and between this resistance level and between $2. And where are we? Exactly there. So it was really funny. When I uploaded that video, I believe that's when it happened. It was so funny. And we can see these two major resistance levels. So one was here at 150 and the next one was here at 180. We just moved through that with a major increase. Now, I believe there will be that rejection here at $2, I believe. And it won't be a big one, but it will be one. That's my personal prediction. What could happen, of course, and it's quite striking that we moved through this level and the other level just in one huge move. If we just continue with that, tomorrow we'll see each other at $2 and even higher. Because if we just take that bar and carry on, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we'll see each other at above $2. So it is a possibility, especially as the volume is increasing. So despite all the ADA being staked, over 70% of ADA in circulation is being staked, we still see increasing volume now, which we haven't seen for a while, which is a good sign, because now even with lower volume, with all the ADA staked, I believe we can see huger price moves. So we're not far away from the all-time high, guys, and we're getting closer. It's very exciting. Now we're moving into on the RSI, which is the price momentum indicator, which measures how quickly the price moves up or down. So we're gaining momentum still. We are now in an overbought territory, so we need to be a bit careful, which is why I think we could see that rejection at $2, but it will be only a short one, because if we go back and go to that development here, which was just only in February, and we started to get into overbought territory in February, and we didn't get out of overbought territory, maybe briefly here, but actually not until March. So an entire month we spent in that overbought territory. So that tells me it's not too meaningful, especially as the whole market is now very optimistic. So yeah, it doesn't really mean a lot to me at the moment, that indicator, but still we shouldn't forget it's an important one. And then we have this MACD here, which is just gaining in traction as well. So another momentum indicator, shows bullish moves at the moment. We're actually going even higher. And it sort of is very similar to the development that we could see here in May when we hit the all-time high. The difference is though that these two lines here are exponential moving averages. They were higher at the time. We are not there yet. We could get there, but then if that happens, we will be at great prices, let me tell you that. So looking at all of that, all these indicators, oscillators, really positive. The only resistance level that is at the moment left between us here and the all-time high is $2. So if the powers in charge want us to reach the all-time high soon, we will, because we will just go through that resistance level quickly. But I believe in normal markets we would see a rejection there. Let's take a look at the weekly, because that is significant. At the weekly chart, we can see, yeah, that we moved through this resistance level at 180 today. $2, we can't even see the $2 level on this chart. On a weekly basis, we actually can't see another resistance level, so quite striking here. Also, on the weekly, we can now see the what I told you, I believe, was it this morning, I think, where I talked about this development here on the MACD on the weekly, where we are not even in bullish territory yet. And that makes me most confident that we can see prices that we can't even imagine today, and you know, that we will get to new all-time highs in the next few weeks. And I believe, I said that I would, based on that, I would believe that when we get the smart contract, so end of August, which is, I believe, the date that will be announced on Friday, end of August or first week of September. In the video yesterday, I actually said, I just guessed it will be the 6th of September. So let's see what happens. But assuming that when this moves into the green and we're in green momentum, then that pretty much will work well, because each of these bars is 1 week. That will work well and coincide well with the announcement, or no, actually the smart contracts going live. So overall, you know, I can't really say anything negative about this. It's just going up and up, and all I can say really is, if these huge bars, it can, you know, it's just too much maybe sometimes, but we had that before and we had another bar, so maybe that happens again. But the chances are then, if that happens, we could go down again. But I believe at the time things were a bit different, because this was actually the period when Bitcoin went down as well. So it all depends on Bitcoin to a certain degree as well. But the message here in this video is that Cardano still has a bit to catch up. So I believe in the short term there will be another price increase, I think, to $2. And in an optimistic, from an optimistic viewpoint, the $2 will be taken in the next few days. So that will be very, very interesting. So maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days, we'll see each other above $2. People asking me in comments, should I buy now? You know, is it too late to invest? I can't answer that. I can't, not only because I can't give financial advice, but also because it all depends on your strategy. I can only tell you what I would do with my own strategy, because I'm invested in the long term. I do dollar cost averaging. That has worked really well for me. And at the moment, I would still buy had I money to invest, but I have spent everything I had. I went all in on ADA and some other cryptos that I've discussed on this channel weeks ago when I talked about them continuously. I buy every week, every month, normally in the recent weeks, every week, because of what's been happening. And I need to wait for payday, guys, before I can invest anymore, and that will be on the 20th. But I've gone all in, and it was the right decision so far. And I'm invested in the long run. So even if it goes down now, I'm not worried, because I'm convinced of the project. And if you invest in this project, you should be convinced, you should know about the project, because then if the prices go down again, which could happen, we could always go to 150 again or whatever. Nothing is impossible. Just look at how quickly we moved up. If prices then go down, you're not worried, because you know about the project, you know about the potential, and you will be convinced that in 5 years we might be at $30 or even 50 or even 100. Who knows? Yeah, okay, so hopefully you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.